Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 42. It is Wednesday, February the 7th, 2024. I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I do at the beginning of every video, I want to send love and hugs and kisses to my husband Stan for writing and performing the intro song that you just heard. And we're going to find out some more wonderful things about Stan in just a minute. But if you are new to my FlossTube channel, I hope you will like what you see, that you will subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. For all of my returning viewers and subscribers, welcome back. And do I need all of you in my life right now? It is cold and rainy and dreary and dark here in Northern California, and it seems like it's been that way for several days. Not much sunshine has been peeping its head out, shall we say. So hi and welcome back. I have so much to share with you today. I'm very excited and just a little nervous because I feel like I have so many things that I want to say and I don't want to forget anything. So let's see. I just wanted to throw the thing out. I know a couple of you mentioned in the comments that there were a lot of ads. I don't know why that happens, but one of you said that there were a lot of ads, and then in the next one they weren't. I just don't think it is something that I have control over. I do not monetize my channel. I do not plan to monetize my channel for the very reason that I would like to keep as many ads off of it as possible. But I do like, if you find it to be a problem, to at least make me aware. But I think what you'll find out is that if there were a lot of ads, one video, you may not find it the next. So I apologize for those, but it's just something that I don't seem to have any control over. The next thing is, we talked last time at the beginning of the video about some of the first things that we've done. And so I want to take this opportunity to celebrate some first for some of my viewers. Cindy, 1/1 on 36 count for the first time. Yay. Diane, you did your first FFO. You fully finished a smalls exchange and sent it to the recipient, and congratulations. And it will just keep getting easier. Patricia, she ordered her first 32 count linen, and you're going to find that that's going to be fun, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're on 36 count in several months. Rosie, for the first time, did 46 count linen, 1/2, and she also, for the first time, she did a live on Instagram showing that start. And Rosie, I will put it down below, but Rosie also, her address on Instagram is at Midnight Stitches, and I will run that down below. So go check her out, and congratulations on the 46 count. And finally, Susan did her first 36 count linen. I think that was 1/2, and she learned to do the pin stitch. So if you haven't started these type of things that I just mentioned, know that they can be in your future. And for those of us who have done these things in the past for the first time, let's celebrate their accomplishments. So yay. So anytime that you have a first, please let me know, and we'll celebrate it right here on my channel. Okay, The next thing is I want to go through the shares. We had some beautiful shares this time, and I'm getting my stuff where I can see it. So the first one is from Repro Rebel, and it is Love Gains by Modern Folk Embroidery. She stitched this on the 40 count Eastwick by Needle and Flax. We had a little conversation about how much we like this fabric. She used a Gloriana antique black silk. So that is Love Gains by Modern Folk Embroidery, and it is quite beautiful. Congratulations, and thank you for sharing. The second one is from Judy. Judy, actually, this share pushed me over the edge for a decision that I'll share with you later, and it is Strawberry Fields Forever. She did it 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. And it was her blessing sampler. So she got that. You know, I'm saying Lugana. I don't think I had that. I think I just said it. So it may be Lugana. It may, I guess if it's 25 count, it is Lugana, right, guys? And that was her blessing sampler for the month of January. Also, Judy of JVW Designs, our dear Judy, she sent me her finish. And it's a French name, and I'm not going to try to massacre it, but it is along the line of Belle Lettres. I'm sure it is something to do with letters. You can see on this that it has the J for Judy. It is a GGR pattern, and she stitched it on 40 count Newcastle cream, and she used DMC 150. And thank you, Judy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and inspiring us, as you do with all of your designs and your FlossTubes. Fourth, we have Debbie, and this is her finish of Seeking Refuge. And she did this, she changed some of the colors of she changed the colors of the letters, and I think she may have changed the wording just a little bit, but I had just picked up Seeking Refuge before my last video, which I shared with you. So thank you, Debbie, for that inspiration to get that finished. Number 5 is Jeannie, and this is her finish of the 2023 Holiday Sal that is put on as a collaboration between Modern Folk Embroidery, Evertotes, and Roxy Floss Co. She stitched this on a 32 count limited edition color and cotton Lugana, and she used Color and Cotton's Battleship to stitch that with, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So thank you, Debbie, for sending that. And finally, I thought this was quite unique. This is from Deb, and I saw this at, we had a For the Love of Stitches meetup since I've seen you last. And Deb did, this is Temperature Dragon by Christie's Corner Needle on Etsy, and I will put that information below. And she is stitching this historically, so she has looked up the temperatures of the person that she's stitching this for. And in the pictures that you'll see, she has done December and January through March. I thought it was so incredibly unique to see the dragon being used as a temperature chart. And I did ask her if she would send me pictures so that you guys could see that. And it comes in handy because Samantha, the Hughie Stitcher, is, I know, I think she's working with someone else, but I just watched her video yesterday, and they're starting a hashtag Year of the Dragon Sal. So if any of you wanted to jump in and do this dragon temperature chart, you could also join in with Samantha and her hashtag. And she talks all about it in her last video. So those are my shares and our celebration of firsts. Okay, so where are we going to go next? Well, okay. There was no way we could do this live, especially the way I film and where I record. But I got an incredible gift from Stan, and I will start running pictures across. I had wanted the box, very similar to the one that is sold by DMC, to hold a master set of my DMC floss. And if you remember a while back, Molly, my granddaughter, who just became engaged, went through all my DMC to pull out as many, to separate what I have from what I'm going to need to have a master set. So that's all ready. I'll just need to supplement by purchasing the ones that I need. But if you guys can see, I'm showing you some pictures in the shop where he presented it to me first. And I literally burst into tears. It was so beautiful. And then I've taken a couple of other pictures with him and the box in the guest bedroom where it will stay on the dresser. And so how lucky am I, right? It is beautiful. I will treasure it. And Stan, I can't thank you enough. So I wanted to share that with you guys right off the bat. And no, I don't think he's going to be making any more. But he just kind of, looked at a picture and went from there. But, that's the kind of talented guy he is. So I'm able to have one that has so much meaning to me because he made that. So, okay. Now, I wanted to discuss the two hashtags that I talked about last time, because as we're launching today, the hashtag BBD Magical Mystery Tour Sal with Peg of Peg Page 123 on Instagram. And so this was inspired by a picture that Stasha, I showed in my last video, that Stasha had done, where she had combined all of the pieces together. And I think I have that picture, and I'll just run that by to refresh your memory. So that's going to start today. February 7th of 1964 was the first day the Beatles landed in the United States. So I picked that day to start this Sal. Peg had one more Beatles project bag, and if you guys remember, this is what that looked like, that she made for me, and we were going to do this as a giveaway, and I have picked a winner, and that is Tay Kennedy, and it is where did I write that down? Tay Kennedy 4577, and I will be showing you the picture of her winning. Tay, if that is your first name, if you would, I want to say I am so sorry for your loss. Tay let us know in that comment that she had just recently lost her sister, and I know that so many of you sent your love, thoughts, and prayers to her for that loss. Her sister evidently saw the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl, and like me was quite crazy about Ringo. So I think it's kind of an incredible win for you, Tate, to get the project bag, and I'm certainly thrilled that it worked out that way. So if you will look in the drop-down box below, my email is there, and if you will send me your full name and your address, I will get that to Peg, and Peg will get the project bag out to you as soon as she can. So thank you guys for participating in that. Now, I wanted to say, in line, just sticking with this hashtag, my next start in the Beatles series, I have decided to do Strawberry Fields Forever 1/1 on 25 count Lugana. I would have showed you a start today. I have ordered the fabric from those missing stitches, the 25 count, which is not a fabric that I had in my stash, and I plan to stitch that with DMC. So hopefully by next time I can show you my start on that. Meanwhile, I was going to say I will continue to work on Eleanor Rigby, which I will. This is actually a whip, but I'm going to share with you guys that I had another little hiccup. Well, it's more than a hiccup, but I have been stitching Eleanor Rigby by Blackbird Designs, and I was doing it on 40 count ancient by Picture This Plus using the call for DMC. I pulled it out to work on it, and this is where I was, and guys, none of this matched up. I was actually going to try to fix it. Everywhere I turned, nothing lined up. I don't know what I did, but you guys know me. Brush myself off, and there we go. So we're going again, and I will just try to come at it from a different angle and see if I can't get it right this time. But to me, moving down on the fabric, restarting it, and makes much more sense to me than either spending hours frogging or actually trying to find where the mistake was, because I suspect that it was it had to have been early on, because none of any of this was lining up. So Sarah, you have to be careful. So anyway, I will continue working on Eleanor Rigby for #BBD Magical Mystery Tour Sal. I hope you guys, if that start, will use that hashtag on Instagram, and also, and I will put that down below, if you will tag Peg and I with your work so that we can follow that, because it has become almost impossible to go to a hashtag and know what is new, what is. I still try with the hashtag Stitch Smalls from PMPS, but it is quite difficult. So anytime you do that, if you would tag Peg and I for this particular sal, that would be great. I also want to mention that I was watching Cross Stitch the Globe, Stephanie and Allison, and there's another stitch along that will be starting February 13th that is called hashtag, let me get that right, hashtag Fab4 Fan Sal. Along the same lines of stitching the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour series. And they are doing that in conjunction with Julie Stitches 16. I will put that down below, who also has a FlossTube. And so we've got two great sals going. No excuse. Everybody can jump in, and we can get going and reliving the Beatles music and the wonderful 60s for those of us that were around in the wonderful 60s. So, okay, so that was that stitch along. The next stitch along is hashtag Motif Memories. And if you guys remember, if you were here last time, that is a sal that has been started, or a project, I would say, that's been started by Angi, the Tiny House Stitcher, Katherine, Stitching in Costume, and Michelle Hudson of Sacramento County, California. And it came out of actually a brainstorming after we were talking about Allison of Cross Stitch the Globe, the way she uses waste canvas and sews a little motif from the project she is on the canvas bag that she uses as a project bag. So we started talking about picking something that you could stitch motifs on from your projects and that you could keep together. Katherine of Stitching in Costume is using a jeans jacket that is just exquisite. Oh, I encourage you to go over and watch her FlossTube and see the beautiful jacket. So I'm going to show you what I started today. This is the soluble waste canvas that I picked up. I got this on Amazon. It is by DMC. I think there's probably several that make it. And it looks like this. There's a smooth side and a rough side. I stitched on the smooth side. I cut out the little piece. all the instructions are in the package with the soluble waste canvas. I got this idea from Andrew, the runner stitcher, as being a lot easier than the traditional waste canvas we've all used. And I was going to put mine on a jacket that I found, and then I had another idea to put it on linen napkins. So I bought these linen napkins from Amazon, and this is my first finish. So this is the red bird from the Red Bird sampler, which I have started. I'll be showing it as a whip and plan to finish in 2024. So that is the finish. Now, my question for you guys is, would you that have sewn for a long time, probably not for a while will I have these used, but you know, I may want to give them as gifts or give them to my children where they might be used. Would you protect the stitching with any interfacing if it was just going to be just the interfacing on the back? And if so, what interfacing would you use? You know, I would think that you would just put the interfacing just around the stitching on the back of the napkin. But that's my question to you guys. If you could let me know what you think about that. I did, because it was not to be framed, I did use a knot, a quilter's knot to start my threads, and then to finish my threads, I ran them under the existing stitching. So I've just done one, but any comments and help that you might have on protecting the back of that stitching, especially when they're washed, I would love. But this is hashtag motif memories, and I would love to start seeing what you guys are doing with that. So that is the stitch alongs or stitch projects that I wanted to go over with you guys right at the beginning. Now we can jump into stuff that oh, no, we can't. I need to read I have shout outs. So I have shout outs for Amy and Allie of Lost Our Needles, is a mother-daughter team that I just watched for the first time. Jane sent me a email suggesting that I watch them, and I did. I think they have 2 to 3 videos out. Amy, the mother, has been stitching for a while, and Allie is new to stitching, and she is a teacher, and you all know teachers are my heroes. And so it is a joy to see the mother who has been stitching for a long time, Amy, and watching Allie's skills grow, her excitement grow. Oh, we had a photo bomb. Did you guys see the carpenter, the incredible workmanship of Stan? Anyway, he just went by. So and they live in Phoenix, and so they did just have a trip to the attic, and it was Allie's first trip. So I encourage you to go over Lost Our Needles, and give them a hello and welcome them as we know how to do. The second shout out I want to give is for April_heirlooms. She now has a FlossTube. We have followed her beautiful stitching on Instagram under the same name, and April, it was just a joy to see you and to see your stitching, and we hope for many more, because we do love all of your projects. So she has her first video up, and I encourage you guys to go check that out. And third, as far as new videos, is Tara of Sully Stitches, and she is just again an absolute delight. She has 2 to 3 videos up, but I think just 2. But the second one, she sort of does an eye candy parade of her Brenda Gervais, and it is I don't even know what to say. It just makes you really want to buy all the things. She is beautiful stitching, and I know we all, even Carol Saltbox Stitcher mentioned her this morning, that she'd watched it more than once just because we all do love Brenda Gervais. So let's go and welcome Tara Sully Stitches to the FlossTube community. I also wanted to give thank yous to Andrew, the Runner Stitcher, and Beth, the Red Cross Stitcher, for some kind words on their FlossTubes. So, okay, so we've got that. So I think we'll do I have a fully finish, I have a finish, I have a new start, and then we can go to whips. Let's see if we can do that, okay? So my fully finish, I am very excited, is Always Forward by Mrs. Flossie. Oh, Amy, thank you for this wonderful chart. I love it because I have a piece with Jean's name on it and her wonderful wise words. The back, I'm going to show you, it doesn't really match. Actually, it looks like it matches on the video. So yeah, we'll go with that. And then I did a ruching of, I think it's called Grunge Sizzle by Lady Dot Creates. I can only do this ruching maybe every, 5 or 6 pillow because, boy, does it take a lot of time. But I love the overall effect. So this is my fully finish. It is Always Forward by Mrs. Flossie. And then my finish, oh, you guys will be so thrilled to hear, is Seasons of the Heart Summer by the Blue Flower. We're all done. Let's see. Let's get this. There we go. So look at the rabbit, the kitty, and the bee scap. Oh, it's just perfect, Janine. I love it. You will probably see this made into a pillow next time if all goes well. And then I plan to pull the threads for another season and start it because I have plenty of this fabric to go. I'm not purposefully trying to do them all on the same fabric, but if the colors look okay, I will continue. So that is my finish of Seasons of the Heart Summer by the Blue Flower. So yay. Okay, so that is my finish. I have a new start as predicted from my last video, and that is All Joys for Thine by Blackbird Designs. I have a small start on this. Oh, I guess I didn't do my, well, anyway, I know what the fabric is. It's 36 count affogato, and that's by Fiber on a Whim. I got that at Hollis Hands Creates. Christine has a wonderful service. I am doing it with the Hollis Hands Creates. I am doing this on with the called for over-dyed flosses, and this is what I've gotten done so far. I tried so hard to take that border all the way around, but I always want to do something else. But I will get back and try to take it around when we meet again. So I have had this kitted with the threads and the chart for probably 3 years. And so it feels good to get it started. So that's All Joys for Thine. Oh, and here, I usually do like to show the floss when it's a new start. So that's all the flosses there. Just gorgeous. So Blackbird, here we come. All right. So I think that's going to actually take us into whips. How about that? So we'll pull up the laundry basket, and someone suggested when I record when we're out of town that I should call it Have Laundry Baskets Will Travel. Yeah, so that's kind of cute, and you know who you are. So we'll jump right into that. First, I'm going to show you my my planner. I did manage to get some Valentine's Day stickers on it. My grandson had his 23rd birthday, Raja, on February 5th. Happy birthday, Raja. And we have a big birthday coming up Sunday. Are you guys ready? Vince is going to be 1 year old on Sunday. Where did that year go? So we are going to celebrate his birthday on Saturday, and we're all looking forward to that. I'm sure I will have lots of pictures of cake everywhere. So, okay, here we go with the whips, which are works in progress. And my first one is Away We Ride. I didn't work on it on the 13th, but I thought I would grab the 31st and put some stitches in it for dark stitching. And this is the chart for Away We Ride by Blackbird Designs. It is another one that is a restart. But guys, you know what? I really and truly, I love stitching it so much. And when you just approach it from another side with the way my memory works, it's just like starting it all over. And I've never seen it before. So, there's some joys to aging, right? And I am stitching this on a 36 count Indora by Needlework and Flax using Vicki Clayton silks. And let's see. Oh, I know what I did this time. I worked on this in here, all of this. I came up and I did, I think the A was there, but I did the Away We Rid. So that is my progress on Away We Ride. I love Blackbird. It's kind of funny that I seem to have a little trouble counting when I do those, right? But because Away We Ride, Eleanor Rigby. Okay, next we have, oh my gosh, I just, well, you guys know, I love everything. I love to cross stitch, but oh, I got this out again, and it is Antonia, Roselle y Garcia by Jan Hicks Creates. This is so sweet, and it just makes me so happy to stitch it. And I'm using Vicki Clayton silks, and so I did a lot of work on the alphabet. I know I got the green all the way across. So then I went down and I think I did the B and the C here. I did a little more work on the border. I tried to do at least a couple of strands. That's why I particularly have dangling threads up there. But this piece is beautiful. And I want to get it close to a finish because I have the French one that she did, and I really want to get that started. So, oh, and she's got, oh my goodness, she has a new red sampler for Nashville market that just left me speechless. So this is Antonia, Roselle y Garcia by Jan Hicks Creates. Okay. The next we have, all my practice here. This is Summer Sampler by Twin Peak Primitives. And this is from Punch Needle and Primitive Express, Primitive Stitches, and it is the summer 2023 issue. And I am doing this with a Vicki Clayton silk, and I'm doing it 1/1 on 25 count Laguna, as Nancy would say, 25 count Laguna. So those sweet, sweet, sweet little stitches. So this is good practice for Strawberry Fields. So that is Summer Sampler from Twin Peak Primitives in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I already did a little plug for the hashtag Stitch Smalls from PNPS. So next is I'm really close to a finish if this bird wasn't so stitch heavy. It is A Pledge of Affection by Blackbird Designs. I am stitching this on a 36 count color and cotton in heirloom lace. And as you can see, I've pretty much finished everything but the bird. But it's such great fill-in stitching. Sometimes you don't want to do it all because it's great for a Zoom call. But I love this. And as soon as I finish this, then I plan to start one of those small, loose feather series that I showed you guys last time. So this is a pledge of affection. And it would also be really nice to have this for Valentine's, or certainly to hang out for part of February. Okay. I just realized I had another new start when I thought about, actually, since I've seen you guys, I have actually had 2 other new starts. One of them is a smalls exchange for Stitch Across the Pond. But when I told you guys that Molly is engaged, I wanted to make them a little pillow because they're coming to visit on next week, actually. So I purchased this Literary Love Notes from Little Robin Designs. I love all 3 of them. But I think one is from Wuthering Heights, which is probably close to my most favorite book ever. The love story between Katherine and Heathcliff. I just love that book. But anyway, I chose to do the, I wanted to know you breathed and moved in the same world with me. And oh, isn't that gorgeous? So I'm pretty far along, I think, but I do need to get stitching if they're going to be here next week. So I'm using just a 36 count. I think this is the platinum, and I'm stitching with DMC 115. So that's Little Robin Designs Literary Love Notes. I think she has more than one of these, and I think they're quite lovely, Robin. So, okay. I'm glad I didn't forget to share that with you because it would be gone. All right. The next one is, I pulled this out because Jan of Hoof It Up with Jan texted me that she had gotten a copy on, I think on eBay, of the Happy Heart sampler that wasn't extravagantly priced. This is by Birds of a Feather. And you know, that's how my mind works. She sent me the text in the morning and it just made me want to stitch on it. So I pulled it out. This is my hashtag Back to School Sal that Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitcher, started. Hi, Lauren. Oh, that young lady stitches beautifully. Whew. Anyway, I am stitching this on a 36 count Winter Brew by R&R and using Vicki Clayton silks that my husband got me for my birthday. And so I got, what did I do? I think I stitched these words and then I started up here on the bird. So that's Happy Hearts Sampler by Birds of a Feather, is that right? Yeah, Birds of a Feather. And it is in this beautiful project bag made by Steph. I love it so much. Has the double zipper, and thank you for that. Okay, the next is, oh, it's Mary, but there's something special about Mary now. Okay, so this is Mary 395. I know what you guys would like to hear, that something special about Mary is that it's done, but I still have a little bit of stitching. But I did get the skein of Gloriana Poinsettia from Angi when we met up at for the Love of Stitches last week. Thank you so much, Angi. And I'm stitching this on 36 count antique ivory, Edinburgh. This was kitted up at Acorn and Threads. And this is, I continue to work in this area. Let's see, let me see. No, I came over, oh, we're gonna have to fold it to show you where I worked. Okay, I worked, and now that's covering it up. In this lower, there we go, in this lower area. So those little boats, the stars, the wavy lines, the waves, I don't know what to call those, are the work that I did this last time. And then as much as I can, this is the entire piece. And over here. So when you really look at what is done and what is left, we will see a finish on this year. So, but the new thing about Mary 395 is where she is living. And she is living in this. This is my Made by Me project bag with Ellen Johnson. And that was my blessing sampler that I did finish within the month of January. So it just has a little yellow batik lining, my tag so I know what it is. But it was a red sampler, and I thought Mary deserved to be in that. So that is Ellen Johnson, another finish that I had, 1883 by GGR, which raised money for Doctors Without Borders. So that is that. You know what, guys? As cold as it is here, I have become quite warm, and I'm just gonna pop out and maybe shed a layer, and I'll be right back. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, my next work in progress is M&A 1853 by Needlework Express. I think you will find that I will continue to pick this up a bit because I'm very close to a finish. I'm stitching this on a 36 count Heartland and using the call for overdyed floss. I also purchased this fabric at Hollis Hands Creates. And so this is, I got this bird finish and started working on that big flower. So I love the reds in that. This might be a really cute little motif right there to go on a napkin. I'm looking at everything that way now. You don't want it too big, and so that's M&A 1853 by Needlework Express. Okay. Next we have my focus piece, which is Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. This is the piece I'm trying to get finished up to give to my oldest daughter, Diane. And I'm stitching this on 36 count earthen by Picture This Plus using the called for overdyed and DMC. So on this one, I have, let's get this out of the way. Where I've been working on the border, I do keep those threads. But the lettering, so I got, I think I finished the Y and I've done the anyway. And I took this border down a little further. So, Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. I love the fabric. I love everything about this pattern. So, that is my focus piece. Karen, the Recovering Monogamous Stitcher, picks Usually she picks her oldest WIP and works on it 7 days until it's finished. I'm sort of picking whatever I want to, but I do work on it 7 days until it's finished. So the Moonlight Sampler fell into that category, and it's done. Fruits of Plenty is done. It really works, and I'm just... I always want to thank you, Karen, for that wonderful suggestion. Okay. Next is my two lengths of thread a day, and that is, oh, I didn't get the chart out, is Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery. Here we go. And this is the chart. I think it commemorated 200 years from her birth. I'm not sure. I should know that though, if I'm stitching it. And I am stitching this on a 36 count platinum Edinburgh, and I am using the Silks For You PR123. So you see how it's coming along? I got this whole row words finished and started down here. The church is almost completely finished. And then I will, you know, every other day or third day, I will try to put a length in for the 2-line border there. But, oh, I just love the color of that silk. It is so beautiful. So that is Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery. It is in my bag made by Sarah of Sew Me Sarah. Thank you. And I think I have one more WIP here, which is, is the Redbird Sampler. And that is by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. I am stitching this on a 36 count Rusty Gold by XG Design, and they call for overdyed floss in DMC. And this is my progress. So last time I think I just had part of that bird, which now I've stitched twice. So I got these flowers done and some of the greenery. So that's Redbird Sampler by With Thy Needle and Thread. Okay, well, so that's my WIPs. I explained last time, you know, there's a lot going on because of Stitch North. I neglected to, I'm going to Stitch North. I'm going to the first week of Stitch North. So, and I still haven't actually checked to see if there's a smalls exchange. I'm assuming that there is, but I do need to check that out. But, you know, getting the little things made for table mates, and I am so excited about it, and I'm looking forward to getting to meet a lot of you that have let me know that you're going to be there, and so very excited about that. So those are, you know, kind of in my plans. I want to finish Molly's little pillow so that she can take that with her when she leaves. And I want to get the smalls done for the Stitch Across the Pond. Stitch Across the Pond is having their Zoom call on the 10th of February, and I have to miss for a very important reason. It's Vince's first birthday. So we'll get back on track with that because I miss all the lovely women that we stitch with. So so I've got that. I don't have any other specific plans, but to continue to pull things out that I haven't touched. I will probably continue to start things and hopefully finish things. One plan that I do have, and so I brought the chart, is Carmen of Cardamom Pins is doing a hashtag Jacob Sleeper Sal. I'll put that down below. And she is to start on March the 1st. She won't actually be starting hers until March the 10th because she's traveling. She is doing Charlotte Ramsey. And so this is to sort of pull something from Jacob's catalog that maybe hasn't gotten a lot of love or you haven't seen a lot of being stitched. And I had purchased this a long time ago, and I haven't seen it a lot. It's called Think Twice. And I love Quakers, and I love what it says. It says, if thou thinkest twice before thou speakest once, thou wilt speak twice the better for it, which is a pretty good thing for us all to remember. Anyway, I'm probably going to try to get this started in March and join that stitch along as well. Or for me, it's probably a start along. So I think, now I'm going to actually take a second and look at my notes and make sure that I did not forget it. I did. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, one is I forgot, but I love these things so much. The Smalls Exchange from across the pond. Sherry, I showed you all the beautiful things she sent, and I neglected to show you this. This is from R&R Woodworking, Kentucky. I'll put it down below, but it's the floss winder, and I have one, but you can't have too many of these. And I was just over the moon that I got another one. And so Sherry, thank you. And I'm sorry that I forgot to show that, but I didn't, I think he does incredible work. And so you guys, you can check him out. I'll put the information down below. Okay, then this is my Happy Mail that, that I got from Jackie. I want you to see how it looked. Oh, I had the card. I think I actually put the card up. A very sweet card with an incredibly sweet note in it. And so I've opened it, but I wrapped it back up because I wanted you guys to see. Jackie went to Sanford Symposium and she had made these for her table mates. And, oh, I'm gonna have a hard time. So she sent me one, like to be a virtual table mate. And I was just touched beyond belief. Thank you, Jackie, for thinking of me like that. And what it is it's a needle book. And it's gorgeous. I'm trying to hold it still, not very well. And you see, it opens up and there are needles in it. And I'm pretty sure, Jackie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but these are those petites. And I don't have any, I've never tried them. And so I'm like doubly excited about that. So, so that is this gorgeous piece. And then she made this gorgeous little acorn. And I think that's a real acorn. I could be wrong. With this beautiful green velvet. So, thank you for thinking of me like that. That was so sweet, and I will treasure it. And I'm looking forward to trying the petites, and I hope that our paths do cross one day, and we actually get to sit at the same table. So okay. Oh, and you know what? She did this thing with using old patterns, the tissue, which I just think is so clever and so beautiful. Okay, so, all right. I know I've been a tad bit scattered. My brain is just, because there was so much that I wanted to make sure that I covered. And I think now that I have hit everything. So if you were new and you liked what you saw, I hope you will subscribe and like and ring the bell and share and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. For all of you out there that have joined and have been with me since the beginning, you all know what you mean to me, and I hope you will continue to comment because it's a very important part of my day, reading your comments and answering your comments. And I encourage you to, if you have things that you finished and you would like me to share those, to let me know, and send those on in my email. If you have firsts that you want celebrated with all of us, please send those, and I will be sure to do that as well. So I think that I have touched and covered everything on the table. So I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. Bye. I love you all. Until we meet again.
Baba,